get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, no, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, no, I get a good feeling, yeah. Yes, I can. Doubt, better leave. I wonder what.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Old School with you here, and once again we're going to get into some Disney Infinity. We are under construction. Hope everybody's having a great day out there. This is something I started working on the other day. We're just going to kind of pick it up from where I left off. Alice going to join us on this build. I was going to get Mulan, but I kind of used her the other day, and there's also in the other room, so it's a little bit easier. How's that for a change of music and mood right there? Oh, mercy, mercy. All right, so I started doing some work on this the other day, and I was looking at a creation by somebody from way back when who did like a Tinkerbell kind of thing, and I like the way they use this for water. To me, it's better than using the floor tiles. The floor tiles just never really feel right, whereas this kind of has a much better feel to me. And then we can still do some stuff for decorating it to even make it look a little better as water. We can put some little splash effects and stuff like that throughout and things like that. So that'll be the end-ons. So what I want to do with this one, though, and what I was thinking would be kind of interesting and different, is to have Mulan's world here, and then maybe a small San Francisco over here. So a more city-like environment on the other side. And then, of course, the bridge will get you from A to B. So that's where I left off. Let's see now. As I recall, the bridge was being difficult. Let me see where it's difficult. Oopsie. Oh, it looks like it's working now. Let's make sure we're centered. I think that's good. Almost wanted to maybe drag this out another few blocks. Yeah, because that might be too short. I don't want to cramp it all up. I want to be able to have a little bit of comfort zone. I think one more big block ought to do it. And for all that, we go this way. Oops. So the Maleficent box is done. I did a video showing it complete and being used from start to finish. If you haven't seen that already, you can check it out here on the channel. It was the last video I had up, which was a Let's Play. And I was actually happy with the way it turned out. And we'll go here. How long is it going to take? There we go. It's a catch 50 on this one. All right. So yeah, I finally watched Maleficent the movie for the first time ever earlier today. And I gotta tell you, man, I really enjoyed that movie. A lot more than I ever thought I would. And the more surprising thing to me is just how accurately the toy box kind of played into the movie line. Completely by accident. But, you know, I don't want to spoil too much of the movie in case anyone has not seen it yet. If you haven't, then I highly encourage you to do so. But, yeah, I thought the toy box was a pretty fair rendering all the way down to the dragon, which, again, I just thought that seemed like it would fit. I didn't realize there was actually a dragon in the movie. Okay, let's see how we want to do this. Yeah, that'll probably work. So we can take the little guy here. Let's see if we can get him all the way in the corner. Oh, we can. Okay. Wasn't sure he would fit. They're not snapping together like they usually do. They're usually a little bit more, I don't know, easy to cooperate. And lately they've been a little bit more challenging, shall we say. And I don't think that'll fit in there, but let's see. Maybe it will. I think it does, just barely. Okay. Would not have predicted that a moment ago, but... Go with that one. This one we can go a couple of different directions on it, but let's, I think I'm going to go with that. Oh, what's not happy? Well then. We'll have to find a B plan then, won't we? Alright, that gives us a little bit more land space to work with here for the San Francisco part of things. I think we'll go with a narrow terrain blocks at this point. So again, this will be the more metropolis end of things over here, which will be more like Big Hero 6 on this end and Mulan on this end, and the two worlds kind of join together. And I think I wanted to put another bridge up, though, didn't I? I think one's just not going to quite get the right feel, so let's scoot you down a little bit more here, my friend. And let's just see how bad it is when we put a second bridge there and how much we lose. Bring this back here. Now we're going to have to go to some blocks here and do a little manipulating and just see how much we can work in to this space that we have. Well, it never looks big when you're in spark mode and you're kind of panned out. But so far as putting a character down on the map and having them run around, it's usually a lot more space than you kind of think at the moment. Like that. Okay. So that'll give us that, and now the real fun begins. We're going to need the small guys, because you can't put the bigger ones here. They'll collide with the ground below. So you need the shorter pieces like this for your edgings and your corners and all that kind of good stuff. So that'll fit in there perfectly. That's not going to play nicely, is it? No. Oh, unfortunate. I need to go with the small guy here. I might be able to go away with this one. Hold on. And then for the flat part, we'll just go with a few of these. There we go. Like I said, it's so much. It's also a lot faster, a lot easier. I just think it looks better all around than using the water blocks. I mean, the water blocks at least do look like water more or less, and that there's that little flowing sensation. But that's about where it ends for me. I mean, I would deal with it if at least it gave you some sort of splashing effect as you walk across it or something, but you don't get that. So since you don't get that, then you might as well just go with this, which I do think looks better. I don't know. I think it's a pretty good idea. Wish I could say it was mine. It wasn't, but hey, we learn from each other. That's what it's about. So there we go. Step one. Now let's drop in over here and see just how big a terrain this is. Alright, we're pretty much in the middle of it here. I mean, if you're running vehicles, then probably not so much, but as you can see by foot, it's a decent little jaunt. So there you go. Alright, well, since we're on this side, we'll stay with this side. And I need track. Track. So I've been kind of catching up on my movies lately. I've been dealing with so many other things that movies just haven't been there. And finally, like I said, I've been able to get caught up a little bit and see more. Let me get rid of that for a minute and go smaller. And the two big ones that I've seen now that both I thought were really good, and I'm so glad I finally got around to watching them. Ready Player One and Maleficent. And I thought both were outstanding. Oh, look at that. Like a glove. Only thing is... Let me think here. I think I'm going to do is make this one smaller. So we can take advantage of that longer section of terrain there. That's snug. You drive off the end of this road, it's a doomsday. I'm going to have to build that out anyway, so make sure it's lined up. Yeah, I didn't think it was. So anytime you're building a city, or anytime I'm building a city set, kind of like to have the streets kind of doing what most cities do, which are north, south, east, west. And this section of terrain is definitely smaller than I'd probably use normally. But I think it's going to work out. And if not, we can always make it a little bit larger, if that turns out to be a need. My only concern now is, am I leaving enough space between the roads to put some buildings in, or are the buildings going to be overpoweringly large? I think we'll be okay. Again, it's San Francisco, so it's kind of like... It's a metropolis, but it's not... You can get away with single wide towers. You don't have to have Manhattan stuff. And I guess I never did take care of this side yet, did we? Yep. Hey, come on, man. Don't hassle me. Alright, there goes that. Did we connect those, or was that a shadow? Shadow, okay. And that one actually went a smidge longer on this side, so we'll just shorten that up by one. Alright, San Fran, Sokio, which one are you? Sights of San Fran. D-Mall. Yes, please. And there we have that. We're gonna need to do, let's see. Guess what I should have been doing is setting the theme instead of just theming all of it. That's about the same at this point. Alright, so again, we got a lot of street, not a lot of ground to work with. So we'll see how this all plays out, but I think we have enough little terrain here and there that we can put some stuff down and make it work. If not, maybe we get rid of that middle street down the center, just keep it to the outer perimeters or something. Let's go to our buildings real quick. Skip ahead here. Tomorrowland. You know, it's kind of odd is they have everything except the actual building itself, so we'll have to go to the other building set for that. But which one? I was thinking it was group set 1, but that's definitely not it. I don't think it's going to be this one either, but we'll skim through quickly. No. I'm so confused. Where'd it go? I'm actually thinking it's supposed to be 2. It is 2, right? Okay, I'm not going crazy. This will work. Let's say sooner or later we'll get to the smaller ones here. Kind of balance these out a little bit so it's not the same exact thing. I don't know if I'm gonna make them like overwhelming skyscrapers. I'm thinking like 3 is gonna be max. This is kind of what I was thinking was going to happen. We get some of these smaller ones in here. We can kind of fill it out this way. We'll save those corners and use that for some of the terrain stuff. And over here we'll put some buildings, probably bigger ones than this though. These little guys here, I kind of want to... Let's see, what do I want to go with over here? There we go. Definitely don't want to go at least too high. That's 1, 2. Oops. Those were snapping a little bit better into place. Okay. Now let's just get to those infamous or famous San Fran rooftops. Maybe we'll do that right after we do some of this. Let's get the... Get some of the iconic stuff here. I always like, if I'm ever doing anything with one of their themed builds, I want to have these iconic characters, at least one of them, as soon as you come across. Just so you kind of, it's like seeing the Statue of Liberty when you go to New York, you know? Gold, what's up, buddy? How you doing? What you up to today? Alright, so we got those two in there already. I'm good with that. Now we'll start getting some of our San Fran rooftops. Wow, those are much larger. I will presume there are smaller ones. Oh my god, they get bigger. Come on, man. You gotta have something smaller. Are you serious? Those are monstrosities. Well, let's see. Oh, good luck to you, man. Promotions usually come with extra money, so I will wish you well on that. Of course, they also mean extra responsibility, but I'm sure you know that, and you probably must have done something to earn it, so... And trick to these billboards is just to flip them around and you can get twice the use out of them and not have it be super repetitive. I know, man. That's what I'm looking forward to, is getting my pizza. Actually, I had some a couple days ago. I think it was probably because of our conversation. You know, you get something in your head and you can't get it out of there. All of a sudden, I was just having major pizza cravings, and I finally just said, you know what? Call Domino's, man. And that is what I did. And I had pizza. And the pizza was good. And all the angels sang. Alright, that's kind of got a San Francisco feel to it right there. And then once we put some of the other stuff down, we'll be good. I would have liked to put those little tops down, but I can use those over here on the other side. Alright, so really quickly, let's do this. How new? They had stuff not too long ago, maybe, what, a week or two ago? Oh, I'm looking for plants. Plants. Birthday stuff came out for Fortnite? Was it their birthday? Has it already been a whole year? I think it's been longer. Feels like longer. Let's drag this guy over here. That's gonna kind of stink if I can't use it. I like this one. Fortnite birthday on Battle Royale. If you have saved the world, which I do, you get 2 free legendary skins. How about that? That's a perfect place for that to work. I'll have to check that out maybe after I get done doing some of this. I'm all about the free. Free is one of my favorite things. I never understand people who don't like things free. There's so little of it out there to have that when you get some, take it. Yeah, that's over here for now until I can decide if I'm going to do anything with it. They got new Caney quests. That's probably overdue because to me, they have neglected Save the World a lot. New Mythic. I mean, I played it a couple of weeks ago. I guess was the last time. Maybe even a week ago. I don't know. It's probably not quite as long as I think it is. I'm not going to have room for all this stuff, so I'm going to have to start cherry picking the ones that I really like. And the ones that I have space for. Gonna be one of those pain in the butt ones. Let's see if we can do the old reversal trick here and make it work. Sometimes if you take the terrain piece and drop it down, you can do that. Okay. And then if that doesn't work, let's do away with it for a moment. There's one other little tricky thing we haven't done in a long time, which will require the assistance of a replayer. Record. Go to our plants again. Where did it go? Chorel. San Fran. Okay. Come back over here one more time. And maybe sometimes this works. Like I said, you gotta trick it sometimes. Haven't used that one in a long time, though. Let's go with this guy. He's small enough. We must be able to find somewhere we can place this. Okay. And then, as we get to the larger ones here, I don't have as much hope. I wonder if I can make do with these guys back here, I think. The lantern thing, I think I can definitely work with in the back section. And if not, we'll delete it later. That was always my plan, was to take San Francisco stuff and mix it together with Mulan. Let's see. We're going to have to say goodbye to that piece. And probably that one. Kind of think we should be able to find someplace for this guy, though. Like right about here. Yeah, these guys want to be difficult all the time. Let's see. Too big. That'll work. At least it should. Let's see. Yep, it'll work. Alright, we'll just have to do the same little trick here. Where'd it go? Oh. It can go away. In this case, I think I'll probably end up lowering maybe all three of them. And get me back to my creativitors. We're just going to do that same little trick one more time here. recording. I'll take this guy right here. Stop the recording. Make them go away. We'll just bring these back up and place them back down. I'm not sure why exactly the collision even exists. I'm thinking it's because of the little rocky nubs here on the corners. But if that were the case, then it doesn't really make it a lot of sense to me that it's fixed simply by using a replayer, yet it is. Let's go back over here and play. And the only thing you have to always remember when you're doing these kind of builds, once you do that trick, you cannot grab this piece to move it. Like, let's say I start building something else up, and it's like, you know what, let me move this a little bit to the right. The minute you do that, you got to do that whole trick all over again. But it's there. It's not going anywhere. I'm not moving it from there. I really don't have, like, anything in mind for this other than I just felt like doing it. I don't have any kind of mission lined up or skill sets that we're going to use, or for right now it's just what it is. We're going to do a sky dome changer about halfway through the bridge, so that when you go into the city, once you get about halfway through the bridge, all of a sudden it's going to be a cityscape. And then when you come back over here to the countryside, it'll go back to Mulan's countryside view. Alright, let me see. Do I get to keep this thing, or is it not going to work? I do like the lanterns. It's too city, though. So, unfortunately, no. Okay, there was one other thing we had to tackle for that, because there's no way you're going to have San Francisco and not have the blimps. So we'll need a path creator. Guess I should have done it while I was standing down there. Let's come over here to our property setting. It's on 100% speed. I'm okay with that. Looped. Okay, I think that's good. And I could do one or two things. I can add more than one if I want to. I think I'm going to go with one stationary, one motion on the blimp. So we'll start with this guy here. New path connector. And off we go. Let's make sure he's following the path correctly. Nope. Alright, so we go in here. property, path, orient. That's better. Then we'll take another one and just kind of put him over here. Put one, let's say over here. All right, let's see. Oh, what happened there? Oh, I did forget to put some rails up on the building to climb with. I mean, after all, it's a toy box. You gotta be able to play in there. And let's see, large climbing pipe. That's what we're looking for. Thanks, Zach. I appreciate it, man. Well, once I'm done, we can do that. I need to watch that movie again. It's been a long time. Too long. I was just mentioning earlier, I don't know if you were on, that I just got around finally to seeing Maleficent earlier today. And I was quite pleased with how the toy box build I've been doing for the last week or two on that character coincidentally interacts well with the storyline. It's just one of those happy coincidences since I hadn't seen the movie already. But really impressed with the movie. Thought it was awesome. And I think I went into it expecting it to be just okay. I had forgotten. I was watching the behind-the-scenes featurettes and stuff, too, and had forgotten. I'd heard the story that they couldn't find child actors that would work out because they were all afraid of Angelina Jolie in costume. It scared the crap out of them. And eventually, the only kid wasn't afraid of her was her own little daughter. And they're like, okay, kid got the job. So that little girl that goes up and gives her a hug is actually Angelina's real-life daughter. Okay. I'll get one back here, probably. Alright, let's go for distance, girl. Go! Man, she loses speed quickly. Alright, now it's time for the other side of this thing, which is going to be the country-esque. Get out of there. Let me get my plants down. So I can at least figure out which ones I'm going to want to use the most. And at this point, we'll go back and start setting the theme so we don't interact or crash with the other side. And Mulan. Glass Lost Empire. Is that? Yeah, that might be what it is actually. But let me keep checking because I felt like there was a Mulan thing. City Park, Fantasy, Construction, Moro, Jungle, Kiln. Briar Ridge. Tatooine, Asgard, Toy Story. Maybe not. Guess that's it. Alright, well, we're getting set themes now. Let's see something real quick here. I'm going to go with that one for there. Some of them may be more useful to me. From the Mulan point of view, and some of them may be more useful from a different toy box point of view. In this case, I might get 2 for 1. Because what I'm seeing is I kind of like the fact that this is almost a step between the ancient time frame of Mulan and the more contemporary that we're heading into with Sanford and Tokyo. So it could be like our gateway, but then at the same time, I kind of liked that. So we'll leave that down there. You know me, I always like me some Briar Ridge. Middle Kingdom Shrub it is. That is what I was looking for. I knew there was one because I used it in the Tangle 2 box. on Stunbrook. Okay, so snug these up tight. And again, I always want to try to rotate them at least a half if I can, so that they're not all exactly identical in the way they're facing. Well, that'll work. Okay. Now we're just going to move some stuff around, make some space, and then later on we'll figure out its final home. Corner piece. I need to put a block in there. I don't know why I didn't. I'll do that in a moment. Okay, another corner here. As far as the little guys go, we can just kind of use them as some filler. Just kind of spread them out a little bit here. Starting to do this last night, and I think it was the music, but it, I was just nodding off, and I was like, yeah, I think this music's killing me right now. Terrain block and put that down real quick. those. I do want to put some like hills and stuff in here, but I don't want monstrosities. And I'm kind of concerned that there's not a whole lot of alternatives. See, like that fits nicely. What are we stuck on? Oh, the who's-ma-call-it. See if we can squeeze that. Kind of like to keep those all together if I can. There you go. Alright, let's see what kind of, actually, there was one other thought I had. I'd kind of like to connect these if I can. Let's do this. What are we stuck on? There we go. And then we can bring it back in here. You gonna tell me it's not gonna fit? That's not polite. They should line up. Let me see if there's a slightly different size. That's way too much. That's way too much. Maybe? Nope. Okay, let's reverse engines on this for a moment. definitely have to be moved. And maybe right behind the starting point would be a perfect place because it's kind of barren back there. Go like that. Alright. Now, like I said, let's walk this backwards a little bit. And see. If we can't come up with a better solution. And it may be as simple as just that right there. That little nudge may be all it took. Because in theory these should collide now, which they do. And let's go ahead and get rid of these guys. And then grab the straightaway here. Wasn't really feeling those S curves. Pull that over there. I don't think that'll be in the way. And there we have it. Then we can come back in and put those corner textures in here. Let's go with this over here. Hopefully, should fit. Even if this fits, I don't think it'll look dirt. Let me see. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Matter of fact, maybe it'll work here too. Let's see. Depending what you want to do with the water. I mean, if you want to make it an actual element in the game, you can put a crash box down there, or kill box rather. Presuming nobody can swim. So that if they fall into the water, it's like, kapoosh, bad idea. Now, I would like to have a bit of a lake going through here somewhere. It's going to require me pulling some of these blocks out again and kind of relaying them. And it'll probably be where I start on the next build. So, why don't we take an aerial view of this real quick, folks? I always like, on my larger maps especially, sometimes you get so lost in the tiny detail of what you're working on that you lose sight of the full scope of the picture. You need to pull back more than that. It's a little bit better. And I might do another one of those on the left side here, because definitely got the space for it. Hunter, what's up, buddy? Doing wonderful, man. How you doing? Just working on my Mulan to Tokyo toy box. Go check out the water. All right, well, there's that. Oh, I did have a little something special I was going to do. Well, let me save this first. There we go. All right, here's something. I just banged this out the other day in probably about an hour. If I had to guess how much time I put into it.
Here earlier.
Let's see, no. So this is gonna be like a little fashion show. Oh wait, what? Ah, no. That will never work. I gotta take the disc off. So I was thinking about all the alternate costumes we have and stuff like that, so I was going to kind of display them all. And let me first start by getting rid of this stupid Sky Dome, so let's just load back in again. Be faster than putting them down. It's much more impressive when it's pitch black, trust me. Yes, that's okay. All right.
Already?
So anyway, the theory was that, you kind of come up, do your walk, the camera angle cuts so you can get a little bit more close up, and we can kind of show off the different costumes that they come with. And then when you get down to here, you do your turn back up. Pow! Nothing says infinity quite like infinity. And then you go down into the darkness, and then you basically just go ahead and change out characters. And I don't know. Let's see if I got somebody I can throw on the bait for real time.
What do you say?
Oh, what's going on here? Oh, what's that? Oh my goodness! Is that King Mickey? I think it is. All right, let's finish the look, shall we? Kingdom Hearts Mickey, I got the disc finally the other day. That was a big one. I've been waiting a long time to find one at a price that I thought was bearable. There's no way to get a cheap one. But I wasn't going to pay the ridiculous fees of, $500 and $1,000 and a couple of idiots out there for $9,999. You're never going to sell it. That's right, Mickey. Dancing, baby. Work it. Work it. Let's get him out of the strobe directly here and get him in some other area. So yeah, I mean, hands-on exact costume wear. So in case anyone's not aware, this is the D23 exclusive disc. You had to attend D23, I think it was like 3 years ago, to get the disc. But that's it. And they only made like 500 of them or something like that. I don't know what the exact count was, but it's really low. Maybe even a couple thousand, but that's still ridiculously low. And finding them out in the wild, good luck with that. And there he goes. All right, copyright's going to be all over that one, but that's okay. So anyway, yes, that was the most recent edition, and the thing I'm kind of wondering about, and I don't think it's going to, but I wonder if it unlocks anything. So far as, I don't think there's any plates in the Hall of Heroes or anything like that. I guess we'll go to Hall of Heroes fast. Or better yet, let's go Toy Box Hub. There's better light out here so you can get a cleaner look. Wonder if that would work with Sorcerer Mickey. Probably not. So there he is, Kingdom Hearts Mickey.
Find a point of interest. Follow the highlighted path.
What was I wondering? Something out here I was thinking about. Oh, I know what. Hold on a minute. Toy store. Is that it? No. Nope, that's not it. I got a lot of those still to do. I don't know. Never been that interested. Combat kiosk. Nope. It's not gonna be skill tree. Options probably. No. I am looking for. What am I looking for? Let me double check. Maybe it is toy store. No. Set pieces. Construction toys. Building. Horseplay. Somewhere there's an option where it'll pull up all the possible characters you could have and the ones that you do have. He thought he was going to do something. Let's just go through each tab till I figure it out here real quick. It's not that one. Definitely won't be that one. Won't be that one. Maybe it will. Let me see. Load. No. Yeah, let me just see something else real quick. Toy box. New saves. Okay, so it's not that. It's not going to be the skill tree, but yeah. Just had it open the other day and I can't remember. Oh, I know. Maybe I gotta go back to like the main. There we go. Let's just quit out of this altogether. That's where we gotta go. So I want to see if it even makes comment of the disc in any way, shape, or form. Collection, that's what I was looking for. Thank you. All coming back to me now. Not showing anything there. All right, here's where we're going to get into the weeds a little bit, if there is a disc to be found. It might have gone too fast. Hold on. It's all terrain, right? Weapons. I have to start going through these discs and see which other ones I'm going to pick up next. I think that pizza truck's going to get on the list. Definitely going to get Toy Story Mania gun. And kind of feel like I need Mulan's horse at this point with the build going on. Whoops. Too far. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Oh, it's there. Okay. I didn't know that it was there, to be honest with you. So then that tells me it must have something inside of the Hall of Heroes, I would think. Yeah, that's to come later. That's going to come sooner than later. That might come pretty soon. See, a lot of these don't do me any good because they're really pointless. That's why I'm not looking to spend any real money on them. How do I not have that one? It's like they all do the same thing. It's like that increases health. Rapunzel. Oh, I just skipped over it. Anyway, Rapunzel increases health. It's the same exact disc. It's just a different character's face on it. But trying to complete the collection. What can I tell you? All right, let's go to the Hall of Heroes and see where this new disc is at. I'm not sure where I'd even think to look for it. I mean, I'd almost think it would be some out-of-the-way area, like over by the crystals or something. I'm going to go this way, even though I don't even know if there is a disc over this way. A couple of things here. Number one. Poof. I would think it would be some sort of like a centerpiece type of thing. Kind of thought it might be over here. I'm gonna save the middle piece for last. Do the once around out here. I'm 99.9% sure it won't be the outside ring. And kind of surprised it's not the inside. I thought it would be. Okay. Trying to remember how to strafe. Alright. Tight quarters, tight quarters. Try and make it disappear and it won't. Interesting. Okay, that's just gonna make me crazy. Not designed to handle in tight quarters. Okay, I don't see anything there. I feel like I've gone through all these in the past, and I don't recall seeing. And there's a couple down here, but it's not going to be one of those. Nothing on this side. Must be this way. Nope. That leads us just down to the main section down below. I don't think it's got a disc represented in the Hall of Heroes. A little surprising it would be in the collector's book, but not in the Hall of Heroes. I would think they would have done something with that, but again, it was pretty exclusive, so maybe they decided since it wasn't for sale or easily purchasable. What happened there? There you go. I would think this would be a good place to hide it if you were going to. But I guess not. See if we can get a good screenshot. Alright, just snapped a few off there. Figure one of them ought to be good. Last thing I can check is this side here. Yeah. Nothing. Well, I don't know what to say. It's funny that it's in the book, though, and they don't have it in the Hall of Heroes. All right, well, I'll tell you what, guys. That's going to wrap up this stream. Thank you for hanging out and checking in and touching base and all that good stuff. And on behalf of King Mickey, I want to thank you guys for stopping out. And just remind you that Disney Infinity is still the game where the only limitation is your imagination. I will look forward to seeing all of you again in the near future when we are back playing some more Disney Infinity, and we will be once again under construction.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah.